Chauvin was named after an early French settler. The village had a post office, grocery store, and a population of 250 near present-day Mack Avenue at Elder Drive. Connors Creek began in 1782 with a Moravian missionary chapel near Creekside Mill. Later known as Griner, it had more than 2,000 residents. Elm Park started as a residential village along the Detroit Interurban Railway in 1875. It was annexed to Detroit in 1891. Fairview developed along Jefferson Avenue after 1890 and had 2 race courses. It was annexed in 1907. Forest Lawn developed as a small farming village around the cemetery near Van Dyke and McNichols. It was annexed in 1916. Amtramic Village developed along the farm of Colonel John Francis Hamtramck, commander of Fort Detroit, in 1798. Kenwood developed as a stop on the Grand Trunk Railroad in 1895. Redeveloped as an industrial area, it was annexed in 1907. Leedville started around St. John's Episcopal Mission about 1855. It grew as a Belgian brick-making village until annexed in 1915. Masson developed along the Michigan Central Trunk Line near 7 Mile Road in the late 1800s until annexed in 1916. Mayberry started along the Michigan Central Railroad in 1888. Annexed in 1915, it became part of City Airport. Mount Olivet started east of the cemetery along the DUR streetcar line in 1888. It was annexed in 1925. North Detroit started as Norris Train Station near a group of Native American burial mounds in 1865. Growing to a town of 1,200, it was annexed in 1916. St. Anthony started as a church, school, and orphanage in the 1850s. It was annexed in 1891. Sinclair Heights, named after Territorial Governor Arthur St. Clair, started in 1880. With a population of 1,000, it was annexed in 1917. Trombley grew out of the old Trombley estate in the late 19th century. It was annexed in 1917. Whitewood started as a settlement and post office in 1872. It was annexed by Detroit in 1891. Woodwardville was planned by Judge Augustus Woodward along a 5-mile-long ridge in 1825. However, the construction never materialized. Beechhurst developed in the 1870s. Annexed in 1906, it became the site of Northwestern High School and Olympia Stadium. Bell Branch developed along a branch of the Rouge River in 1818 and had a glue factory and a chair factory. It was annexed in 1926. Rightmoore was designed by a real estate developer, but lacking building codes and public utilities, it degenerated into slums until annexed in 1926. Cassandra was a failed project of Territorial Judge Witherall that was began in 1836. Eventually, it was absorbed into Highland Park. Delray began as the Hungarian village of Belgrade in 1818. The village grew to 5,000 residents before annexation in 1906. Duboisville developed around Jacob Dubois' lumber mill in 1850. Next to Detroit in 1926, the area became Edgewater Amusement Park. 5 Points emerged at the intersection of 3 main roads in the late 1800s. It was annexed in 1926. Greenfield developed with a hotel, livery, and saloon in the 1840s. Growing to 500 residents, it was annexed in 1924. Howlett developed along the electric railway line in 1896. With 600 residents, it was annexed in 1916. Montclair developed near 12th Street and East Grand Boulevard after 1880. Home to the Sacred Heart Catholic Seminary, it was annexed by 1915. Nellville, named for doctor and local historian Charles Nell, grew up around a boot factory after 1865. It was annexed to Detroit in 1885. Oak started with a resort hotel and mineral salt baths in 1856. Annexed in 1925, the area became the Rouge Park golf course. Oakwood, originally named Navarre, was first settled in the 1880s. With its post office opened in 1899, it was annexed in 1922. Ravenswood was developed by a real estate magnate in 1887. Annexed in 1915, it was home to the beautiful Riviera Theater. Redford was first settled by Azarias Bell around 1828 and was later combined with Sand Hill. Home to the historic Redford Theater, it was annexed in 1926. Riverside residential community existed just downriver from the current Ambassador Bridge from 1867 to 1900. However, it was annexed by Detroit in 1885. Bruges Mayor started as a station on the Detroit, Lansing, and Northern Railroad in 1894. Developed as a subdivision after 1915, it was annexed in 1922. Sand Hill began when homesteader Solomon Burt built the first homes in 1820. Combined with Redford, Bell Branch, and Duboisville in 1906, it was annexed in 1926. Sherwell was short-lived and was around 1900 before merging with Howlett. Annexed in 1916, it became a large shopping district. South Fieldsburg started at the crossing of 3 major roads in the 1800s. Annexed in 1926, it is now the Grandmont and Rosedale Park neighborhoods. Springwells, formed in 1818, established itself as the industrial anchor and cultural melting pot. With a population of 3,000 by 1880, it was annexed by 1906. Strathmore was developed as a real estate venture with electric streetlights and fire hydrants on every corner in 1890. It was annexed in 1924. Warrendale, named for Revolutionary War General Joseph Warren, developed as a Polish community in the early 1920s. It was annexed in 1925. West Detroit, also called Grand Junction in 1859, contained a complex of railroad repair and maintenance shops. It was annexed in 1885. West End dates from 1855 with a largely Polish and Ukrainian population. It emerged as a center for brickmaking. It was annexed in 1916. Woodmere developed around the cemetery in 1868. Rich salt deposits provided mine work in the area. It was annexed in 1906. The U served as a station on the Pere Marquette's Town Line Railroad that ran west in 1866. The area was annexed in 1926. Also, the town of Craft emerged as the city of Hamtramck with the auto industry during the 1920s. Along Lake St. Clair, Cottage Grove, originally summer cottages in the Grosse Points, emerged as one of the many Grosse Points. Lakeview was an early French settlement. Sacred Heart Academy is located in that area.